are now tuned in to Flint After Dark, Flint, Michigan's #1 online podcast show. Make sure that you follow us on all social media platforms. Speak for the Streets, ENT. Make sure that you follow the homie Terrence Sales on Facebook at Terrence Sales. And make sure that y'all stay locked into the #1 podcast in Flint, Flint After Dark. Speak for the streets, baby. Flint After Dark. Speak for the streets. Flint After Dark.
Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
I'm from Flint, F-L-I-N-T. Fight like it's no tomorrow, motherfucker.
We came here to clean up. I need to do a police report. I was assaulted, so. No. In the building next door. In the building next door at the council meeting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. You said did I seek medical attention? I went to my therapist. Is that medical attention?
Is a therapist considered medical attention?
Is it considered? Yeah. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Is it no? We're going to get a copy of the police reports. Man, that woman is way out of line. That's not okay.
No, it's rules to her. She's been used to bullying, so I guess she said...
You think you could just go and bully anybody?
No.
That's not okay. You don't get to do that, and you definitely don't get to threaten people.
And then they're going to turn the narrative around.
Yes.
Like what is it? What's the name? What's the Liddell?
Liddell. Yeah.
She said I was harassing Candace. Like she don't get the whole concept while I'm going down the council.
Right.
So enough is enough. No,
and she knows better out of all people because she's seen you there multiple times. And so you don't get to sit there and just harass people or even just make threats or rude comments. And it's really crazy that, honestly, that...
Flint police, how they work. So we got to see how it goes with this police report and see if they're going to take it, what's what. Today, but hey, it is what it is.
But either way, it's done, and if not, then we'll follow up the chain of command.
Yeah.
All right.
Yo.
Hey,
With that being said, we got the Mama Bears on here. We got Shonte, Murchison, and
Murchison.
Miss Murchison and Miss Tonya Jones. Introduce yourself, ladies. The Mama Bears. Introduce yourself.
You go. Okay, well, I'll go first. I'm Shonte Murchison. I'm Shonte Murchison.
I apologize.
A mama bear, Flint resident, podcaster, a little bit of everything, an advocate for the people of Flint, especially the children. And that's who I am. I'm the footage that y'all get a lot of. And I'm Tonya Jones, and I'm a mama bear, and I'm an advocate for my son that's autistic, and he has sickle cell, and he's addicted to meth. So that's who I am.
And today we here because they gonna lay out their grievances and their opinions of this Flint. I call it politics circus, man. That's what I call it. A bunch of clowns and man, I ain't gonna get into it like that, but let's just get straight into the interview. This first question is for Shonte.
Yes.
Where the hell you been all these years? Well, you just dropped out the sky. It seemed like you just dropped out the sky. Where you been? I want to know where you was at. I mean, I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Well, okay, so I hadn't lived in Flint in a long time since I was 13. My mom moved us out of here in 2003, and I didn't come back to 2018. I went from Grand Blanc to Flushing and back to Flint just this past September
What up,
last year. Hmm?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead. I was hollering at
Oh,
the shop.
okay,
Go ahead.
yeah. But
I apologize.
I was born in Flint. I was here till I was 13 going on 14, but I graduated high school and college and things like that in Colorado. Started a family in Colorado, but I ended up back here, and I've been trying to get out, but God ain't letting me go nowhere. So I'm assuming it is for a time just as this. And so that's where I'm at, but I'm here. I'm here and I'm in it. But I am originally from Flint. A lot of my family on both my mom and dad's side are also in Flint.
I had said that's the first question I got for Shonte. Where the hell you been? I mean, I appreciate. Listen, I appreciate you too. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, okay. So that explains it then.
Yeah, I had a lot of people come up to me and say something. People like, "You from Texas? Where are you from?
Hey,
Are you even from here?" Yes, this is exactly where I'm from. All of my family is here.
okay, this next question is for Miss Tonya Jones. Miss Tonya, what's your association with Black Lives Matter Flint chapter?
Not much. My father is the chairman of Black Lives Matter.
Okay. You care to share his name or?
His name is Hubert Roberts. He go by Naeem.
Well, that's Brother Roberts, right? I think we call him Brother Roberts.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay, that's okay.
But
And
I believe all lives matter.
Andre.
absolutely, yeah, all lives do matter, but you
Because if
know,
Black lives really matter, I wouldn't be out here in this field alone.
true. Here you go, son. So let me get my itinerary together. Okay. So this for Tanya too. What made you decide all of a sudden to get involved in city council? Well, all of a sudden, because I've been following city council since 2019, and it's the first time these past couple months is the first time I've ever seen you down there. So what made you come to city council with your
My son,
with your
autistic. My son is autistic, and I dealt with the system so much, and it's like the city council was my last stop because I would do medical pickups and call the police and the ambulance and the paramedic. They're never available. So I think they was getting funding for police cars and paramedics and whatever. And I'm like, how does they get them? They don't come out in the field. So that what got me down there, mainly my son. He was a vessel in the journey, and I just knew it was broken. So I said, let me get out here. You could pray, but prayer without works mean nothing. So that's my son got me out here.
So you think it was worth your time or?
Oh, he's worth it.
Okay. No, I'm not saying your son worth it. I'm saying, do you think you even dealing with city council was worth of your time going down there?
I don't feel like the council listened, but it's bigger than the council because you guys with the podcast to get out over. My mother in California. She's still in California, Norfolk, Virginia. So the coverage is major. So I'm thankful for city council and you guys with the podcast 810. You know, it gets out everywhere. Mm-hmm. So I mean, the podcast is better than the news, or I wouldn't even be doing it. Mm-hmm. So it's not a time because it's like if you can get the message out to one person, you know what I'm saying? It's like it counts.
Okay. Let me start the people out in the chat. What's going on, brother baby? T from the D, what it do? Little mama, what's going on? Tony Terry, what's up in the 305? We got somebody named Yo. Hey, Miss Tasha Lynn, how you doing, Miss Tasha? Melissa Zambowski. What's going on, Melissa? I ain't seen you in a long time no see.
Hi, everybody.
What's up, No Name?
Well, I gotta get her drunk. Come on, drink. Come on. You calling our people.
What's going on, Sister Taliba? We got Sister Taliba in the house. Who else we got? Okay, that's it for now. Okay, hey Shonte, so how long you been in politics? How long you been involved in politics?
So what do you mean with what's currently going on in Flint, or you just mean just overall?
Yes, just what's currently going on in Flint.
So I really didn't get too involved until I started with Friend of the Court. I've been very vocal about, my story and kind of how I got started. Between me and my ex-husband, we are going through a custody battle with our kids. And so I noticed some things with the judges that I was not okay with, including them making the judge wasn't making decisions that I thought was just best overall for all of us involved. And it put my kids back in a dangerous situation with my ex-husband. And so with that, at that time, and just really for a short period of time, I was really, really upset because of what had happened. But then I just kind of thought about, well, if this is happening to me, I couldn't imagine what it is doing to, or what's happening with other people. And so with that, I learned how to file grievances. I learned different things. I started getting people's stories. I learned how to file a grievance against CPS. I started just learning different things. It wasn't till this year where I was getting involved with the going to council. I was trying to get other people and get other people's stories out. And at one point, I even went to ABC 12 News and I was trying to talk to them and they wouldn't take the story. They said they can't report anything negative on judges or not even CPS. They wouldn't even just let me tell my story without even mentioning it. And so I was trying to do this, but I was doing it by myself. And that's when I had realized that there were so many people afraid to get their stories out and that I needed to push harder. And I first got in touch with Justin. Him and I started talking when I seen somebody who wasn't afraid to speak up. And shortly after that, Jedediah came into play. And then I just ended up at council. And so this is on the way to what I have to do because I have bigger fish to fry. So this is on the way, but I want to be a voice, not just for the people, the adults who are afraid to use their voice, but especially for kids.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm going to play this clip, and then I got a question for you, Tonya, after I play this clip.
Yes, 100%. All right, Mr. Hudson, I need you to hear this, my friend. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Tonya Jones.
In the mic.
Come on, Ty, speak up.
Hello, my name is Tonya Jones. I'm the mother of an autistic son, and he's on meth. He's addicted to meth. He's been addicted to meth for 6 years, and he was groomed by this man that has HIV that worked for Mayor Neely, and his court date is July 1st. I'm going to be there, and his trial starts July 31st. And he went to my son's apartment and said he worked for the mayor and how he can take care of him, buy him a PlayStation, all this other good stuff. And he called me like, Mom, okay, Mom, this ugly guy came to my house, okay? So I'm like, Mama Bear, come out of the field. So I contact Swanson, is that his name? Yeah, Swanson, but he never came. And he let me talk to a detective. And then all of a sudden they subpoenaed my son. But my son is not competent enough right now because he's on meth to be subpoenaed. So where's the paper? Right there. Here's the subpoena. It's the picture of a subpoena. That's his name. And I told him that he's not competent. He can't speak, but I can speak for him. But they didn't take that. So they got the trial and stuff started. And this is him right here with them, Mayor Neely. And so as they so protective of the people of the council, I just feel like the youngest that he affected was 15 years old. So it was like
a minor,
in Flint, minor,
and
a
boy.
My son is gay, which I don't mind. But my thing is, I'm here to protect him. And the opiate crisis is real. I mean, I moved my son out the county of Flint, the city of Flint, and everyone's in these Flint schools. I moved him out to Flint Township. There was the Carmen district. So I kept him out, but now he's here and he's going through it. And Mayor Neely, he don't care, or he care about the people that work for him and that he can move. And I'm just here. I wasn't affected by the water crisis, but all of us, everything that's going on, we all is one. So I'm like, I can't, fight for the water, but guess what? We all can fight together. So I love all of y'all. And what that happened to Miss Sandy, I mean, I was just so taken over. I was just like, I couldn't save her because we work together. Like, we'll call each other and like, we going for Miss Big. You going to be down here? Miss Big right here. My family, my sister, where's that sister at? I don't know. I'll see it right here. But it's like, I go to therapy, but they my therapy. Oh, yeah, they took the money. Yeah, so I'm in there. I got a warning to get put out too, so I'm like, let me leave before they arrest me. So they're like, the money for the opiate crisis was transferred to Leon in the first ward for the Maid Center. So that was supposed to be for the opiate crisis, and it's real. Like, you go on the east side, they walk around like zombies. So I tell my son, this is bigger than you. Like, I'm here, I'm your mom, I'm advocating for you, but I need to advocate. It's other people's kids, So we don't just stop here. And this is his journey. I got him 100. Yeah, all kids. That's why I'm like, my father is the chairman of Black Lives Matter. That's why I say fuck Black Lives Matter. I'm like, all lives matter.
Right.
Because I wouldn't be out here. If he was out here helping me, not one day have he came to me heavy. I'm like, all lives matter. So when Liddell put that video up on me, I had her blocked. I'm like, I'm talking to Candace like, this is all your fault. And I look over, Liddell videotaping me, and I'm like, what? I'm like, you friends with my dad for Black Lives Matter. So I'm like, fuck Black Lives Matter. Then I was saved by Miss Mary. She snatched me up like I was in a WWW. I'm like, oh my, they just said they're gonna lock you up. I'm like, if I get locked up, I can't advocate for my son. So that's, I'm not here to be rude or whatever. I love everybody. I'm a wild waterfly. I love life. And I'm Mama Bear, and I'm not going nowhere.
Woo-hoo! Right on. Who else wants to?
Okay, Miss Tonya Jones, do you ever think you're going to get the justice you seek for your son? Do you ever think you're going to get it?
Yes, I believe in God, so yes, I do.
I mean, can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Yes, because if I keep trying, right now what I'm trying to do is, his doctor is my doctor, get all the documents together, and I'm going to put in for 4 Guardian. Once I get 4 Guardian, I can send him to a treatment center for a year. Because this is bigger than me, it's bigger than just prayer. So I've been doing what I have to do. That's why I'll help other people along the way, because my village is small, but it's really strong. Mm-hmm. So God blessed me with some good people in my life, and I don't regret it, because everybody, in life, things happen, and it's his journey. But through his journey, I got his back, So I'm not gonna give up on him. I love him. He's gay, okay, and that's I don't have no problem with that. But the problem I have is he's addicted to meth, and he needs some help. He's sick, and a drug addiction is a disease. Okay, it's a sickness. So it's don't make him less than. I'm proud of him still. So I just love on him through it. So yes, I'm gonna get to justice. The justice is me not giving up and believing in God and keeping the faith every day.
Okay. And this next question is to both of y'all. Y'all can answer in whatever order y'all want to do. How do y'all feel about Jedediah Brown? What's y'all feelings about Jedediah Brown?
Jed is cool with me.
I'm talking about as in coming to help the city out. How do you feel about Jedediah Brown?
I think it's amazing. We need all the help we can get. I don't think we're in a spot where we really can turn from help, especially if it's helping push Flint into the right direction. We don't. We're just not really in that spot where we can just afford to turn away help, especially like I said, if they're bringing on the right attention and they can help Flint thrive. We need all the help that we can get. I encourage more people to come from wherever state that you are from. If we're getting attention, I don't even care if it's all the way in California or Texas or wherever it is, shoot, Massachusetts even. We need everybody to come. We're all born American citizens, and we all need to help and speak out and advocate for each other. And so I don't have a problem with it at all. I welcome it.
As for Jed, I was watching Jed like 3-4 years ago. I'm big on people that advocate. And I watched him. He had a show called Mamas Get Your Bad A Kids. And so he used to go out like in the field, like out when kids in the system, and go confront the parents why the kids in the system, whatever. So I've seen him like 3 or 4 years ago. So I had already seen him before he even came here. So, I mean, he's only 38. So with him being 38 and, just really headstrong to help somebody, I don't care who the help come from. It can come from a donkey. Okay, right now, like I said, I wasn't affected at all by the water crisis. But I mean, just seeing, I feel sorry because when it says when the lead attacks your brain or any amount of lead that's on a kid, I'm dealing with autism, and people don't understand if the lead affect your kids, they can wind up in the system, just lost in the system, acting out, they don't know. So if it comes from Jed, if it comes from Ed, if it comes from whoever, I mean, it's like they need all the help they can get.
Exactly.
It's not like just Jed. I mean, out of anybody, he came up and he stepped up. So I'm grateful for him. I'm grateful for whatever he do. The next door neighbor can do it. The mailman can do it. I mean, it's Flint. It got to come from Flint. It can come from anywhere.
But we all have to play a part. And even the people who are in Flint, in Genesee County, wherever you are in Michigan, if you know that there's a problem and you have a voice, then use it. You complain about anything just happening or things not even changing, but you're not playing a part in the change, then it just doesn't make sense to be complaining. And so whoever can advocate or speak up, then you should. I mean, even I, at one point, because of who my father is and just my family on both sides of my family, I was at one point afraid to say anything. I didn't want to speak up, but I was still showing up. I was still showing up to meetings. I was still there. I was still recording, and I'm going to keep being there because it is bigger than us. It is for the greater good of the people of Flint.
And Bob, let me tell you about Jed. One thing he asked me, he be like, "What your son need? Take your son to call me. I can help. What resources you need?" I mean, I'm like, "No, Jed, I got this." You know what I'm saying? You keep on focusing on you over here in Delta, you here, there, whatever you for Flint. I'm like, if I need some help, I mean, I can. The point is, he offered. You know what I'm saying? Black Lives Matter haven't offered. I mean, the pastors around here haven't offered. It's like my son was all in the church. He was going to Ebenezer. That was my conflict with Candace because he was a real active. He grew up in church. So it's like when a person going through, where the people at then? You don't love them as long as they're good. You can love them through the struggle.
You love them through it, exactly.
Because his father was gone. His father got killed by the Howard State gang. So my thing is, who he got? All he got is me. So I can't afford to go nowhere. I got to keep on fighting. So I appreciate it. That's my opinion.
Absolutely. But people think Jed and I is new. No, Jed came to Flint. I passed out. He brought some water to Flint, and I think it was about when I first got up. I think it was like 17 or 18, and then he ran up on Trump. That's why, that's why I know Jed from. But yeah, he greatly appreciated it, though. He greatly appreciated it. So, what's y'all thoughts? This is for both of y'all again. What's y'all thoughts on Jason, We the People?
Oh, I love Jason. He's a wild card.
He like me. I'm a wild card. I just know how to tame my wild card. Okay,
Jason, that would be
yes. He's a yes.
I don't know, but Jason did do good at those council meetings when he was telling everybody to be quiet.
But Jason, me and Jason was down in Detroit for Savage just yesterday. So I'm running for Savage, making sure whatever. Everybody just needs somebody to love. Everybody just needs somebody to come together. If you fall, we supposed to be brothers and sisters. Pick it up. It ain't about color. It's about if you fall, if you need help. I don't care if it's If it's physically, mentally, whatever, that's just what you do. So Jason is Jason.
Jason is Jason.
Yes, I don't have a problem with Jason. Jason is Jason.
I love it. Well, that's the thing, though. We all have something different to offer.
Right.
I didn't know a whole lot about the Constitution and what goes in what order and things like that. And so he's coming and he's educated in that level. I think is awesome. But I don't have a problem with him at all. We all advocate different. Everybody have different walks of life, and everybody who is involved in anything that's happening in Flint are all going to be different, and that's okay as long as we're all pushing for the same thing again, which is to see Flint thrive and be better.
Okay. That's y'all know that's my boy. I ain't see that. See, people like you said, people got different ways of advocacy, man. You know what I mean? Like we in Flint, we was used to like the old, like when you used to do something and your mama call your uncle, and he come and he give you a lecture with his hand in his pocket and it's like he going one ear out the other. You know what I'm saying? But Jed and Jason kicking the front door in, Jed kicking the back door in.
Right.
And then you look, and they not used to that. They just not used to that in Flint, you know. But it is what it is. Hey, we need all the help, like you say. I don't care where you from. You could be from Idaho.
I don't care where you
Come
from.
help us. Come help us.
Yeah, we're all family fires.
I don't care where you're from.
We're all part of the body.
This is my little sister now. Like I know. Like, come on, girl.
Look, a sister, and
I'll be like,
everything.
She's not a drinker. I'll be like, girl, here, don't drink. No. I'll be like, girl, whatever. I'll drink it for you, okay?
Yeah. Let me play this clip right quick, y'all.
Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Flint. Yes. I am so happy to see everybody out here. I'm glad that this is a great turnout. Yeah. I'm so happy to see Jason, We the People, Miss Tonya, Gladys, Dustin, Mickey, and Winston. I want to say that 61 people so far have been thrown out of the city council. 61.
Woo!
I'm on.
You on the list? About 8 more to go, right?
There's a lot of people that is on the list that's in this crowd. That is not okay. You cannot throw people out because their opinion of you don't fit the narrative that you're trying to give to the rest of the world. That is not okay. You cannot throw people out because they are using their voice. That is not okay. We are working on changing the city of Flint. And in order for us to do that, we all have to work together, no matter what side you are on. I don't care if you're red, or I don't care if you're on the blue. You can be wherever you want to be. That is not my concern. I do not care what color of your skin you have or what kind of hair you were born with. We all need to be standing up and doing something for the people, sticking up for the people. We have voices, and we are going to use them, and we're going to continue to use them and make sure that the ones who cannot use their voice or is afraid to use their voice, that we are that voice for them. Yes. We need volunteers to go and knock on doors and pass out literature for Miss Bev to get her in the 3rd Ward city seat for council. In order for Flint to thrive, we have to work together, and we need everybody to come out so that that can happen. And that's it.
They're done.
So Shonte, you said 71 people been throughout?
61. So far.
61?
Yeah, that's only so far. That's not even.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that leads me to this next question. How do y'all feel about the police weaponizing the citizens and residents of Flint, Michigan, and City Council? How y'all feel
about them being weaponized against the citizens?
Yes, ma'am. How y'all feel about that?
I think it's BS. It's BS. That's how I feel about it. It shouldn't be happening. First of all, if there was just one officer there, that would be one thing. Right. Yeah, that would be one thing. That would be something totally different. But there are multiple officers there at the city building for a council meeting where usually a lot of people don't show up for anyway. And prior to the meeting after the protest that Monday, what they called the insurrection, prior to that, they still had a bunch of officers in there. At least like 3 or 4 for only less than 30 people in the audience. That's absolutely ridiculous to me. You don't need all those police officers for one person. And then now all of a sudden they got this thing where they're going to escort you out the door out of a city building. That's ridiculous. I'm not okay with it. And I'm not okay with them trying to use an intimidation tactic against the residents, especially when people are bringing their children there as well. And there are also seniors there. That's never okay.
I don't like it at all. I think it's unrealistic. It's more that need to be done in the streets in Flint, Michigan. Way more.
1,000%. Yeah.
Okay, so like seeing the lady that's like 80-something years old, you know, she come there, she get escorted out. Like it's like
That's Miss Elizabeth. Miss Elizabeth.
okay, yeah. So I don't even know the lady, but I'm jumping up to go. Let me make sure she okay. Then it was Sandy and Miss Brooke. Okay, they're not even from Flint, but they still come. You know, they concerned. So I mean, I'm crying and screaming and hollering because I can't help the mother, but let me go protect the daughter. So I'm going down on the first floor to make sure she okay. And she don't hit the first floor. She going to the basement. It's like it's got to be unreal. At least let me go protect her baby. She comes all the way from. Anyway, she got a handicapped baby, son at home. So she get a babysitter come there, and that was just so wrong. She had a second warning. The kids in school don't even get treated like that. Think about when I was in school. Okay, warning, you arrested. I mean, who does that? I mean, it's just unreal.
Now they're doing it on the second warning.
On the second warning. Okay, it was like the first warning, you got a warning. And I got a warning, I got a warning by Judy, I got a warning by Candace. I mean, it's like, I'm not gonna let you the shit y'all do, the stuff you guys are doing. I'll be darned if I let you warn, but let me go ahead and go. So I can just learn how to remove myself because I see what their tactics are. And then they'll turn around and change the narrative on the people in you know there's other things that we could be doing other than a council meeting. So it's like, who wants to come to council and get locked up? So with them sitting back there, they could be sitting back there chilling. And then Liddell used it like, oh, the rules are. I mean, it's like she had to be so unhappy in school. Like I haven't seen nothing like it.
Seriously.
I mean, you must don't have a life outside of the council. Because I'm like, people just don't say, oh, today I'm just gonna go to council because I'm bored. Don't nobody go for that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like it's unreal. So no, it's nothing for them to get used to. But you know, I feel like if you're on high blood pressure, make sure you take your blood pressure before you go to council. You know, so it's just the first one, go ahead and leave. But I'm not gonna let them take my rights away. So I'm gonna keep going. So here and there whenever I feel like it. But it's other ways to make a change. Get Miss Beverly B again. That's how we're gonna make a change. Get Miss Beverly, get her in. Get Miss Beverly, we need a change.
Was okay? So y'all participated in the rally, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how did y'all feel when it just went berserk down there? I was down there and it was like, to me, I'm not old enough to experience the civil rights movement, but in my heart I think that's how I felt. I'm talking about just all of a sudden it was just like I heard people saying
my grandmother was over United Way for rights.
How did y'all feel when they pulled Mr. T out the car? What was the feeling when all that stuff broke off downtown? How did y'all feel about that?
You wanna go? How do I feel? I mean, as just knowing Miss Bev and her husband, he don't bother nobody. And just seeing it break out like that, I just recall what Maurice Davis said. He said that Mayor Neely said it was gonna be a problem. It's not gonna go good. He already said it was not gonna go good. You know what I'm saying? But God's time is everything. God see everything. So sometimes something bad, don't nobody wish that happened, but it brought exposure to what's going on. I mean, nothing's right about it, but you expect that from Flint police. It's like, they weaponized and they just show the power. Neely, that's what Neely wanted. He did exactly what he wanted. He already called Maurice Davis the day before, and he already said what was gonna, so it didn't surprise me, but with it being her husband and somebody older, elderly, I mean, I was shocked.
Yeah. For me, it was at that moment, I was afraid of something else happening that is worse. I was afraid of somebody popping off a gun or something like that, just right then at that moment. And then it shifted, and I was concerned about the kids that were in the crowd, and their thoughts and feelings just seeing that, because it wasn't just him. It started off with Johnny G. They got him, and then they pulled another elderly lady, out of her car, And I remember someone said they were mentioning that she's never been spread out on a police car before, never experienced that. And so then that happened. And like I said, at that moment, I was just like, oh my goodness, this is not okay. I don't want something more to pop off because, because of anger and tension and frustration and confusion and things like that was happening. And so that's just where I was at first. But then once everything kind of settled down and we made it to the park, I'm like, oh, that was a huge, that was, for me, it felt like a huge setup. It felt like a huge setup. And it seemed like it was something that was definitely planned. It was definitely orchestrated for sure. And so that's just where I'm at with it. But I feel like though overall they're trying different things, different tactics, including threatening people, to stop them from talking. For stop them from talking, from stopping the people from using their voice. Because I don't know if you all have mentioned this or not, but if you just kind of pay attention, a lot of reasons why people have been in trouble is for using their First Amendment rights, which is speaking of the freedom of speech. And that is a lot of reasons why people have been getting thrown out of councils and things like that. And so I'm just like, okay, y'all are really trying to silence the people, but that's not going to work. It's not going to work. So that's where I kind of stand out with it. And then the fact that it happened to an elderly man too, and then he slapped on those bricks. I mean, goodness, that just wasn't okay.
Yeah, that was horrible. Man, that was horrible.
Yeah.
So are you trying? So Tonya, what? Can you elaborate off this paperwork? So what you do today? I know you went downtown today. What was up? What's up with that?
I put my shoes on the ground. You say put your boots on the ground. I put my shoes on the ground.
So what you do? So tell us what you did today.
Filed a police complaint. I also went to the PPO on LaShawn Johnson. That's what I did. Because
you talking about LaShawn Johnson is running against Miss Beverly Biggs Levy? Not that LaShawn Johnson, right?
Oh, you mean the LaShawn Johnson that actually lost and is not running against Miss Beverly?
Well, the writing is LaShawn Johnson.
Yeah, let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
Wow. Why? So what sparked that? What can you elaborate on that?
Yes, I sure can. I went to council on Wednesday, the 25th, June 25th. I goes there to the council. Okay. I'm just like, I'm sitting in for Miss Sandy, and I didn't know it was like what was the meeting? It wasn't a regular meeting. It was a special meeting. It was a special meeting. So it wasn't part of my day. So when I seen Miss Beverly Biggs was there sitting by herself, I'm like, let me make sure she okay. Because I'm very big on making sure the elderly, my granny took care of me, great care of me. So you got to protect those. So my mom called from California, like, you at the meeting? I'm like, no, I'm not going to the meeting. I was like, it's a meeting. I'm like, it shouldn't be a meeting today. So they called a special meeting. So I goes there. I was not going to speak or anything. I was just going to sit in, that's somewhere Miss Sandy would be and Miss Brooks. I'm sitting in the back. And while I'm sitting there, little Miss Flint, Myra, is her name Myra? Little Miss Flint goes to speak or whatever. And so when she goes to speak, when she goes to speak, she said a curse word. And Judy and Liddell call herself, checking her or putting her in check, or how they feel like she shouldn't be cussing or whatever person. So while she was sitting down, it was like when she walked away, oh, you should not use profanity, this, that, whatever. So when she sat down, her little sister, it was like, said how she felt. And they was like, warning, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? They said warning, so they got up to leave. So when they got up to leave, the mother goes to her, like, if you got to say anything to my child, say it to me. LaShawn said, tell her, F you. So when she walked away to get on the elevator, I see LaShonda and her son and her daughter get up to go follow her. Me being mom bear, me being protective, I'm like, let me make sure I know what they do. Let me make sure they get down, on the elevator. So I'm like, I'm talking to her and she gets down on the elevator. So I'm a little upset, whatever. Like, this don't make no sense. And I'm like, if your child cuss, that's what you do. And these kids doing whatever they want to do, but you got your baby. You chastise your baby. So they so busy trying to get to them as they get in the elevator, they want to take the stairs. The police stops them from taking the stairs. So get her down, I come back up. When I come back up, I sit by Miss Bev, and I'm talking on the phone. My husband seen it on Mr. Art, podcast. So he called. He's like, "Are you okay? You need me to come get you or whatever." I'm like, "No, I'm okay." So then Miss Deb called in, and so I'm talking on the phone to Miss Deb, and I goes in the bathroom. So when I goes in the bathroom, sitting down on the chase, and I'm sitting there for like 5 minutes talking in the bathroom, 5-10 minutes talking. And when I walked past to go in the bathroom, it was an officer and LaShawn Johnson talking. So I walked in the bathroom, and I sit there just talking or whatever. And so when I hear the door open, I instantly get up. So when I gets up and I see it's her, I goes to walk out. She bumped me so hard. I'm just like, I can't say what I said. So she said what she said, and the police came in instantly. So basically, I felt like she said, "I'm finna go in the bathroom and just wait," because he came in there instantly. So I just popped off, and what I said and whatever can't be, said on this podcast. So they came in there, and the police was telling me to calm down, calm down. I can see he was trying to, what they say, disorderly conduct or what they call, disturbance. Disturbance. He's telling me that he turned it around on me. So I'm like, no, she just came in the bathroom. She just bumped me. I mean, she bumped me and she said, I'm telling the officer what he said. So that's why, you assaulted me. You don't just bump me and think everybody, you harassing. And another thing before then she did with my son. With my son, I bring my son down to counsel sometime. And my son is, he be, going through something or whatever. He sits there with me and I let him go downstairs and, get some air and come back up. She seen my son on the elevator and she confronted my son and told him, "Oh, gay pride," and just talking to him about gay pride. So basically, you like seek me out because I didn't go down here and say, "Hey, I didn't even know she was LaShawn Johnson or she was a writing or whatever." So she met him on the elevator. But so when she contacted me in the council and said and tapped me on my shoulder, "I just talked to your son on the elevator." Me being me, I'm like, "What the F?" And she's like, "Can I talk to you in the hall?" So when she talked to me in the hall,
I didn't even know who you are.
So when she talked to me in the hall, Taylor said, I'm like, okay, I'm just sitting there. Yeah, so I'm listening to her. So I'm like, she's telling me I was a bus driver and I can do this and I know people and this and everybody let me get your number because everybody not who they think they are. I said, first of all, I believe in God. Okay. I said, I'm not looking for nobody to be whoever, God gonna he give me discernment, so I don't need her to give me heads up on anything. So I said, "Who are you?" I said, "What church you go to?" Because I never had seen her in the council. So I'm like, "What church you go to?" Thinking she's like a church member or something. And she said, "What church you go to?" I can't remember. Then she said, "I want you to meet my son." I'm like, because my son does this or whatever. So he's going to come up and meet you. And I'm like, "Look, who?" I said, "Well, what is your name?" She turns around and say, LaShawn Johnson. So when she said LaShawn Johnson, I said, "Oh, you one was running for third ward." So I was like, "Look, I don't do politics or religion." And I said, "This conversation is over." She's like, "Really? I need your number so I can tell you people is not what you think is." I'm like, "Take care." Yeah. So that was the very first time. Then the second time was this time right here when she bumped me in the bathroom. Because I guess she feels some type of way since I'm campaigning. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing whatever to get Beverly Biggs in. They'll say, "Hey, the only way you can do it's gonna make a difference of getting somebody in that chair." So because obviously that's what they're fighting for. They don't want nobody, They want what they want. It's like a big circus. So the circus need to be over. Seriously. Close the circus. Circus is not year round. Seasonal.
Oh, that's crazy. So wow, that's crazy right there. Let's interact with the chat for a minute. Let's see what y'all got any questions, chat. I seen Sister Taliba said something. I ain't never seen nothing like this. All these mentally ill people want to be government officials. What else we got in the chat? Y'all got any questions for Shonte and Tonya? Chat? Miss Debbie Clark, we need volunteers at 12 o'clock tomorrow to knock on doors. Yes. Okay, Miss Debbie. What else we got in the chat? Sister Leela says, "Boy, when I tell you all these wickedness is a result of a combination of witchcraft and mental health crisis." Marcia Talbot said, "Hey, Shonte and Tonya, blessings to both of you. Blessings to both of you." So how did y'all feel at this point? Hold on, let me pull it. I think I got the Sister Taliba when they was messing with Sister Taliba. Hold on, let me see something. Is this the right clip? Hold on. Yeah, that's the right clip. Tell me how y'all feel about it.
Don't touch me. You're not my husband. You don't need to get on the elevator with her. I don't care what you think. You don't need to get on the elevator with her. I'm not interfering. Good try, though. I'm not interfering. I don't need you to. Do you?
I don't know what's going on with him.
Last warning before you get arrested. Go. Go.
Are you Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They're still not scared.
See, when they all the way out of pocket, man. When they start targeting our women and the minors and our seniors, man, they out of pocket. Them are not regular police. Them are narcos, man. Them are narcos, man. They ain't designed to be in city council.
Yeah, I agree. They're all the way out of pocket.
They're all the way out of pocket. And I was really upset about that. And they, you know what I mean? They went across the line.
Yeah,
with that
absolutely.
one.
Sure. I agree.
Somebody was going to put the air on my breath.
Oh, she's turning the air on. I agree completely. They're way out of pocket. There should never come to a point, honestly, where you have 5 or 6 big old dudes escorting one person, especially women and seniors out of a city building. That is just totally unacceptable. It is not okay. But again, like I said, it's them trying to use this intimidation tactic that is not working. The people are not stupid. We know better. We know exactly what you're trying to do and the reason why you're doing it. I think my question, though, would be to the police officers who thought it was okay to accept this task as one that is lawfully, and it's not.
Okay, what about if you get pulled over on the street? You gotta have, if you're a woman, you have to have a woman cop come. So my thing is, I feel like a female, if it was like that to that extreme, a female, just for a man to come, you supposed to, if you get pulled over on the road, a female cop got to come for a woman.
Because there surely ain't been no female officer.
Not one, never a female officer.
No, but it's not okay to treat anybody like that.
Right.
Try to intimidate people. That is not what the police are supposed to be used for, especially narcotic officers. And so
they're using narcs. They using narcs, you're sending the narcs at the regular law-abiding citizens. They used to dealing with crooks, man.
Look,
you know what I mean?
Oh no, they so crooked. They so crooked. They'll ask me because I'm very hands-on with my son. I know where my son. I know where to go look for him. When it's time for me to get these papers, I go to Facebook and they help me find them. They'll ask me, do you know like the houses I can go? You know what I'm saying? Like I can hit the houses.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm here trying to save my son. I ain't no snitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a crack house. It's gonna be a drug house everywhere. So I'm not here. Everybody in the Bible says everybody not a chosen one. So I ain't sit here trying to go bust houses. You know what I'm saying? Give information. Yeah, they didn't come to me and ask me, can you give information? Do you know wherever? No, I don't know nothing.
Y'all know though. Y'all are narcotics officers. It's your job to know.
Yeah, they have came to me and asked me that. Okay. They asked me one time, trust me, they ain't come after me again because she'll tell you I go 0 to 100. I'm like, no, I'm here for my baby.
Real quick.
Hey, look, let's get to the good part. I got a game for y'all.
I don't like games.
Hey, but this is a serious game though. But listen, right? So, I'm outside the box, pulling out the dark. Look, right? So.
Oh, we got the dark. Okay, bring it.
Yeah, we got the dark. Yeah, it's about to be dark. Hey, listen, right? So, I need y'all. And look. I need y'all 3 words. Look, I need y'all in 3 words. I need y'all in 3 words or less. When I say this council person's name, I need y'all to describe it. Okay. Mr. Leon Elamine. It don't matter what order y'all go, or you Tonya first, Shonte second, whatever.
Never at meetings.
Okay. Come on, Tonya.
Good for nothing.
All right. He go to Miss Lydell Lewis.
You gotta have 3 words. Miss Lydell Lewis is no Miss Lydell Lewis. She moves Lydell Lewis. Moves Lydell Lewis. Okay, I would say Neely's elfin puppet.
It's got to be 3 or less than 3.
Just get it in. Describe them. That's that. All right, I'm gonna give you exception to the rules for y'all. Just describe them. When I say their name, describe it. Whatever. If it's 30 words, describe. Describe it. What'd you say?
Say again.
Okay.
Big wildebeest.
Okay. Auntie Shotgun Judy.
Cat lady.
She don't exist to me. Like I don't even know what to go. Willow tree. What she want the willow trees? What's the? She wants the willow tree. I don't know. Baby, finna go.
I see y'all questions in the chat too. I'm gonna get to y'all. I got y'all.
All right.
Go ahead. You what was your description, Miss Tiny?
Judy.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Well.
Okay. So okay. Jerry Whippy Carter.
Oh, she all right with me. Jerry Whippy Carter. Oh, she good.
Yeah.
I can't even. Yeah.
Y'all still gotta describe them. Y'all still y'all ain't playing the game right. You still gotta describe them.
Oh, she.
I ain't asked was she all right or not. I said describe them.
Okay. I'm gonna describe her seniority. Okay, because she the one been there the longest.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Seniority.
Yeah, she's a senior councilwoman. Yep.
Okay.
Let's see. She's very courageous. Definitely, she's really bold and she speaks her mind. I love that about her.
Okay. Miss Tonya Burns.
Nice, attentive.
I'll go on call on your call
Funny.
away.
She's funny.
A call away. Yeah, she's a call away.
Okay. Dennis the Menace Pfeiffer.
Dennis the Menace.
Dennis the Menace.
He even stepped up. Like you.
He has.
Yeah, he
has.
Yeah, so I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him nice guy. I don't know. I don't even know him.
He's a nice guy. He's just a big mystery, but he's calling out what's wrong though too.
Yeah,
I appreciate and I like about him, but I don't
know him. Like
no.
really.
Yeah, he's just a big mystery.
Mystery. That's what you call him.
All right. Candace the Joker Mushit.
Say that again. What's her last name again? Say it again one more time.
Mushit.
Oh, okay.
Here you go. Neely's clown.
Y'all lost for words with that one.
Neely's puppet.
Because I ain't gonna say what I want to say.
I can't say what I want to say on the podcast. You already told me keep it clean, so I'm gonna say Neely's puppet. So.
I mean, I don't need you to. I don't need you to do the Uncle Carl, but do what you do.
If you would have used her initials, maybe
a handkerchief. What they call it? What's
handkerchief head Negro?
Handkerchief. That's what she is.
Handkerchief head Negro.
Handkerchief head Negro.
That's what she is. Perfectly. That's what she is.
She is.
Okay.
Yep, that's what she is.
Okay.
I second that.
All right. Okay. And last but not least, JJ Johnson Terry.
Now he already with me.
He came to say today.
He came to say today.
He came to business. Yeah, he Mr. Chess. He played Mr. Chess. You know how Mr. Chess.
He is very strategic.
Everybody can't play chess. Okay.
They cannot.
Mr. Chess. That's what he is.
And he's real calm and collected. I cannot see him popping off. I just don't see it. Like he gonna make his moves right, and I appreciate that about him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna throw a wild card in. I'm gonna speak it into existence. Miss Beverly Big Sleepy.
Okay. I tell you, she reminds me of
Even
my
though
great
she ain't a
grandmother.
council person yet, I'm speaking it into existence. Describe her.
She reminds me of my great grandmother, who I absolutely loved, and so I like her. I like her. She's cool. She's funny. She keeps it real. Look, yeah, she's cool with me.
To me, overall, I think she's courageous to step up
Absolutely.
and step up for the people. So she's courageous.
Very.
Mhm.
Okay.
Extraordinary. It's
Yeah.
because some people don't want to step up, but his job is not. It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be no. You know what I'm saying? No, there's just gonna be some shoes. Like you really, yeah. It's not gonna. I can see it's not gonna be easy. And she didn't do it a lot. Most people would have been a step back. Like I don't want the problems or whatever. She like still bring it. You know.
Yeah.
At her age, she like still bring it. She not turning back.
Okay.
So that's courageous. Much respect.
Absolutely.
Okay. So that's it. That was a fun game, I think. But
that was fun.
Okay, look, right. So I want start with Shonte, then Miss Tonya. Give me some solutions, man. Give me some solutions. Y'all this y'all opinion only. Give me some solutions helping Flint move forward. Start with Shonte and then you go Tonya.
Okay. Well, for me, one of the things I lean really, really heavy on and that I care about is the kids and their future. And so I think, first of all, we can start with getting some decent resources for the family. I would like to see that, and resources that don't run out of funds soon as they get them within 2 or 3 days. G card, Salvation Army. And so we can really use some decent funds for families, resources for families. They need to stop shutting down all these places where some of these kids have to go, where maybe they only eat food. They're just at that place. Maybe these kids are homeless. Maybe they're being abused. I feel like they keep shutting down the safe spaces for these children. And I'm not okay with that. When I was growing up in Flint, man, we used to have all different types of clubs and things like that to go to, all types of summer camps. It wasn't just, a boys and girls club on one side of town and then another one on the other side of town. There was always something to do. One of the things that would be said to me a lot growing up, and then even just now, is it takes a village. And I believe that. And I think it's really disheartening to see how many people do not still stand on that it does take a village. I'm that parent that if you see my child doing something wrong and my back is turned towards it, then you need to say something or do something, and you need to come and speak up. And so I believe that we need to really get back to that, where it takes a village. And not only that, people have parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles. They all need to come out and advocate for the youth and their family, the youth in the streets. We have to do more. And so that's one of the things I would just like to see for me personally, is just bring those resources back to families. Do not make them impossible to get, with all these crazy policies and rules and things like that you have to qualify for before you can get help. If somebody's asking for help, they need help. And sure, you want to make sure that a person qualifies, but they shouldn't have to jump through so many hoops to get the help that that's needed. And so that's what it is for me. I want to see more people step up, more adults step up and speak for the youth that is not only just in their family, but in the city. Because at the end of the day, what we do now and what we do today is going to affect the children in the future. It's going to affect how they see the city and even how they see our politics, and whether or not if they can trust them. And so that's something for me that I would just like to see more people stepping up, not being scared, and advocating for the kids.
Y'all still here?
Yeah. So did you got your solution to Tonya?
I was coming. I was making sure you were still here. I didn't know if you went off.
Oh yeah. Well, you think I left in the middle of the interview?
I thought you left in the middle of it. I didn't know.
Hey, you know me. I might do something like that. Try to come back.
Right.
Real quick.
I know you was out like a light.
Go ahead.
My main thing, I think, number one, I feel like you said the people in general. I feel like, first of all, parents. It starts at home.
Yeah.
So I mean, you really need to get in touch with your kids. You know, it ain't about this day and time. This world is evil. So really, I really think it starts politics and religion. It's all that's gonna be there forever. But you got to have a communication with your kids because my son has sickle cell, and for him to be on meth 6 years, I thought I was the perfect parent. I thought I was the best parent. I love to have everything about motherhood. So this what I'm going through with him. I'm not depressed. I'm not sad. None of that. I'm just gonna go through it with him. But you have to have a relationship because my son has sickle cell, but he also has pervasive development disorder. So when I found out he's on meth, and for 6 years, I'm like, oh my God, how dare 6 years? I'm thinking all this time has been sickle cell. So I think mainly with parents in general, really have a relationship with him because the incident with John Cole tried to contact my son. Well, he contacted my son and grooming my son. I'm glad he talked to me. You know, he came to me and he said something. A lot of people, you know, these people come and act like they with different organizations and programs or whatever. It's pedophiles in there. It's people it's people in there you know, it's all about money. And they preying on these kids because they looking for love. So yes, it's good for programs, but the programs really gotta question, you know, where these people come from.
They need to vet them.
Yeah,
correctly.
because they look good,
Yeah.
and saying it appear good, they don't mean they always good.
Yeah.
And it's not for me to come along and, you know, point people out because I don't, if somebody said they in church, I don't gotta watch you even more. Because a lot of people hide behind church. I just learned about concerned pastors, the concerned pastors of Flint. If you so concerned, where you say if you concerned, these
Where you at?
Yeah, these youth are lost. They are so lost. You know, with meth, it's laced in everything, like pills, weed. It's laced in everything. So I'm big on the opium crisis. I'm so big. You know, my main concern is they need to push money into the opium crisis because it's not a black thing no more. It don't care. It can hit a teacher. It can hit your mother. It can hit your grandmother. So my number one concern when I'm down there is autism and the opium crisis. And I'm watching. I tell my son all the time, you was a vessel. So I'm going to just make sure I get the word out. Like, you know, watch your kids, you know, watch who your kids around and, you know, test them. They got strips that you can test the urine, you know, just to see it because it doesn't last for 3 days. So if they take that, you know, it can be laced with anything. And these kids, like they go to school, do gummies. So I'm big on the drug and the opium, whatever. And I just feel like Tonya Burns said they're going to start something with it. And that's my main concern. So if you're going to east side, you just see it. I mean, the system is so broken from family services broken to the court to probate court, all that. You know what I'm saying? Judge Barkey, it's all of it. And I've been fighting this since 2013. And my son is 31 now. So my main thing is I just want the people really to, you know, get a relationship with your kids. You ain't got to be their friend. You know what I'm saying? The kids need discipline. They want somebody to love. They don't mind. They don't mind being told no. Yeah. You know, they don't mind being told no. They just need guidance and somebody that, you know, that they can go to. And there's no such thing as a perfect parent because I was far from a perfect parent. You know, I was a parent and I'm not going to give up. You know, so many times I hear people say they grown, let them fall. They're falling out like our fall back in the day. We fall, you know, we can get back up, you know, but much more
yeah. Hey, okay. Hey, Miss Debbie Clark, I'll call Miss Debbie Clark. Say, are you Big Flint? Go to my page, Miss Debbie, and I'll ask you a question. Everybody want to know who Big Flint is. You know what I'm saying? Just put it like this. They my blood. They my blood. But hey, Shonte, what's up with this right here? I seen that.
Yeah.
What happened?
So that is my friend, Jessica's son. His name is Ethan. He passed just this past, what day was it over here? Monday, I think. It was Monday. It was actually just right after council. We came over to Miss Tanya's house, me and my daughter, and she called me and she told me like she needed to come and get me. She was kind of freaking out. And I was like, hey, what's going on? And so she called I waited here for her, but she called a few hours later and told me that her baby had died. He passed. And so they are not sure. She is not sure of completely why yet, but he is gone. He was 21 years old. He had different medical conditions. At this time of this photo, actually, he was a lot younger. But from after a while, after this photo, I think like when he got into his double digits, his health started to deteriorate a little bit more, and he couldn't walk. And so before, of course, his passing, he was able to crawl around, make noise, do different things like that. But he did pass, and they're not sure why. But he had different medical conditions. He could not talk. Even when he was walking, he couldn't talk. He had to be fed through a tube. And so there was different things, just kind of what he had been going through. And again, we do not know why. She hasn't said yet. I do know she's planning his homegoing, and if I could give it all to her, I would. Y'all know my situation. A few of you do, but I decided that we needed to do something to try to help her get the money she does need, so that she can give her baby a proper burial. So.
Okay. I just had seen that. I wanted to touch on that.
Yeah.
No name say, Tonya, do you think they're trying to target you to be arrested?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I had another question. Sister Leva had a question too. Sister Leva say, Tonya, how will the police follow up with your complaint?
Oh, I just did it today, so most likely they're gonna deny it. But I'm ready for that one too.
Well, not with the complaint, because that's just filing a complaint. That the PPO is what they would deny.
No, the complaint they
can deny a complaint.
They're gonna. It was against LaShawn Johnson. So guess what? They're gonna deny everything. I'm gonna follow up with them. Okay, I put it in. It might vanish. Trust me. That's what I'm saying. It might not even. So I'm gonna follow up with them.
Well, that's why we did our due diligence, though, and made sure that we took pictures.
Yeah, we took pictures, video, and everything. Because
I was shocked.
It was a blank sheet of paper.
God, it was a print. Yeah. What you print out. I was sitting here like, well, where's the rest of it? There was nothing on there at all.
They asked me, was it against? They said, was it against a police? They said,
yeah. She asked if it was against a police officer.
That's what it was against a police officer. Yeah. What difference does it make? Yes.
Yeah, and just write it out on a blank sheet of paper, and I'm gonna type it up. Like what?
Y'all violate that like button on chat. Violate that like button. Go ahead, baby. Violate, like and share. And y'all share this because it's all. We only did this on YouTube. I'm gonna release it tomorrow on Facebook. But right now it's only on YouTube. Hey man, I enjoyed y'all too, man. This is the
Well, thank you.
all right interview. This is the all right interview. I hope y'all enjoyed me. My platform.
Yeah. Thought you was gonna be on camera with us. Always trying to hide your face.
No, that's this my style. That's how I do it. Y'all go look at all the say cheese and all them. I'm trying to be like them. Million dollar deals. All you see is they people. They people they interview. You know what I'm saying? I guess it's the new style. I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses. But hey, but y'all got anything? Well, no. I need something from both of y'all in closing. Hold on, let me see. Let me look at the chat right quick. Okay. Y'all got any more? Y'all got anything more in the chat? Y'all want to ask Tonya? What's going on, JC? Y'all got anything y'all want to ask Tonya and Shonte before we get out of here? Hold on, Marcia say the villages was missing in a lot of communities. I remember working at my best friend's house. By the time I arrived, my mother had received 4 or 5 phone calls from people who saw me. Yeah, it take a village, definitely. What's going on, Auntie Sherry Allen? What's going on? Where Uncle Carl at? Oh, there you go. What up, Unc? But y'all give me y'all closing statements. Tonya first. No. It's Shonte first, and then Tonya last. Then we're gonna get out of here.
Let's see. Well,
get it in. Whatever y'all need to say, get it in.
Okay. Well, first of all, everybody, thank you for joining and watching the podcast and coming on here to Snow's channel. That's awesome, and definitely continue to support. I'm a podcaster too, and so I understand what that's like to get people involved, especially talking in the chat. Y'all are awesome for doing that. I understand how difficult that could be. So again, just continue to support his channel and what he's doing. Another thing I want to say again is just, I really, really want to stress the point of people showing up. Again, not just for you or even other adults, but especially for your kids, for even if you don't have any children, as your nieces and nephews, or even just the youth around you, they really, really need us. And we shouldn't abandon them. We should not abandon them. They're still growing and they're learning, and we have to keep being the voice again for the voiceless. And so for me, just keep showing up. Come to council and speak. I cannot tell you guys just how important public speaking is and how much of a difference is made. Clearly, it's made enough of them to where they feel like they need to keep making up all these different new rules. And weaponizing the police against us is making enough of a difference to where they are feeling the impact just from you using your voice. You don't have to be violent. You don't even have to curse, but you just need to use your voice. That's what you have it for, to speak up. And you should be speaking up willingly and freely, especially against any injustices against anybody. There's a lot that's going on right now with the youth in Flint, and honestly all in Genesee County. And we have to do better. We have to do better, and we cannot be afraid. You cannot allow your children to raise themselves. You have to advocate for them. You are your child's biggest advocate. Before I moved to Flint, I took on in 2023, I took on the whole Flushing School District. And I went at it with the principal at Springview Elementary, and Matt Shanafeld, who is the superintendent of Flushing. I went as far as calling the Civil Rights Office. I went as far as calling the U.S. Department of Education. I did everything that I needed to do to be a voice, not just for my kids, but for other children who has differences. My son, he has epilepsy. And they didn't have at that time any proper training to handle kids who have epilepsy. They would have children who would come in from other countries. There was a child who came in, her family came in from Afghanistan, and she would get picked on because they were different or they dressed different, and they didn't do anything about it. And so if they're not going to do anything, then that's where it takes for us then to step up, and we have to do something. And was it scary? Yes. Can it be scary? Yes. Does it get tiring? Absolutely. But if you don't do it, if we don't do it, nobody else will. And that's where I'm at.
Okay, Tonya.
Where I'm at, I want to give a special thanks to Attorney Ken Scott, because he saved my son a lot, in certain ways, when it's really bad out here. So, and the last thing I want to go over, everything she said is good, and I appreciate Shonte and you. And all I want to say is vote for Ms. Beverly Biggs. Have a good night.
On August 5th. And come out and help support and pass out flyers. Okay?
Yeah. Thanks for becoming a member, Marcia. Thank you. Hey, y'all donate to the platform, and dollar or two. I ain't nothing much, $sign Flint After Dark 810, or send me a super chat or something. You know what I mean? I was glad today to bring these ladies' story, because y'all remember that song? It's what was the name of that song? It's a Million Stories of the Naked City or whatever. That's Flint, man. It's a bunch of stories, man. These are just two of the stories. In Flint, and I was glad to bring, what I'm saying, they stories on this platform today, man. And I just need the people in Flint to keep fighting, man, because they definitely trying to kick our teeth down our throat. They definitely got their foot on our neck. They definitely being aggressive. You know what I mean? And they making us they putting false narratives out there like we read. You know what I'm saying? Like we the problem. They putting the false narrative out there, but we already know what's the problem. It's like the great Eric May said, city council. This city council is one of the most dysfunctional city councils ever assembled. And it's basically the same council that Eric was on, besides one or two components. And it's the same old, like Uncle Carlos said, rigmarole. Even when Eric was alive, you know what I'm saying? It's the same old stuff, man. We just got to keep on fighting, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was glad to bring y'all story on, to light today. And y'all just know, man, anybody need to come on. But I'm taking a break. This is my last interview for 60 days. I'm going to concentrate on going hard on social media, Miss Bev promo campaigns and stuff like that. And I'll come back. It'll be a new season. hopefully I'll come back with a blockbuster interview. But this is it right here for the summer. You know, we shutting down as far as interview wise. We finna turn it up a notch. We finna do all the marketing and promotions and get Miss Beverly Biggs in there. We're gonna put her everywhere, man. All the social media platforms, and we're gonna go full. And we need the street team to knock on doors. And we're gonna get the social media in down, and we're gonna get the streets down, and hopefully, because I just don't want y'all to take that Lady LaShawn lightly, man. Because man, it was so close the first time. And y'all know they gonna pencil whip us. Y'all know they gonna pencil whip us. Y'all already know that. So guess what? If we just blow them out the water, they can't do that. But if it be close, it's gonna be a tight fight.
It should definitely be a landslide victory for sure. Right.
Yeah. So, hey, this y'all boy, John Snow. Oh yeah, and I appreciate everybody in the chat too. I appreciate everybody.
If you don't vote, don't complain. Exactly that part.
Exactly. If you don't vote, don't complain. And I appreciate everybody for coming to the snow room. My after darkers coming to the snow room, and I guess we out of here. I need y'all, Flint, Michigan, to stop falling for the banana in the tailpipe, smoking mirrors bullshit. And these white people playing. No, I take that back. All these people, I don't care what color they playing chess. They not playing checkers. You know what I'm saying? And stop falling for bulls. You know, just stop falling for it. Or stay woke, y'all. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay woke. And this y'all boy John Snow signing off. Tonya and Shonte, we out of here, man.
Bye.
Peace.
All right.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm tripping. Peace.
You're now rocking with Terrence Sale on Flint's #1 online podcast, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.
It's your boy, Terrence Sales, a.k.a. Mr. Speak for the Streets, a.k.a. Big T, and you locked in to the #1 podcast in Flint, Michigan, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.
I'm from Flint, Flint. Fight like it's no tomorrow, motherfucker.
You are now tuned in to Flint After Dark, Flint, Michigan's #1 online podcast show. Make sure that you follow us on all social media platforms. Speak for the streets, ENT. Make sure that you follow the homie Terrence Sales on Facebook at Terrence Sales. And make sure that y'all stay locked into the #1 podcast in Flint, Flint After Dark. Speak for the streets, baby. Flint After Dark. Speak for the streets. Flint After Dark. Now rocking with Terrence Sale on Flint's #1 online podcast, Flint After Dark. We speak for the streets.